state workers' benefits, particularly healthcare and pensions, and to end collective bargaining. Union busting, they call it.
He's trying to take away the one thing that the people have to come together and fight against the corporations and the government if they are going against what we want. I mean, we have nothing else but our unions often.
Look at who is here. This is a cross-section of the entire nation. This is my city, this is my home city, this is my home state, and these are every different color of people, every different religion.
The battle lines have been drawn in Wisconsin, a pioneer in recognizing public employees' rights to bargain through their unions. But now Governor Scott Walker and his fellow Republicans in control of the legislature intend to revoke that right, along with cutting some benefits. Giving up collective bargaining, say the workers, is a concession they will not make. The unions see another threat to their survival. Walker's plan to force workers to vote every year on the union's power to collect dues.
And they can continue to voluntarily have those union dues that write the check out, give it to that union to make their case, but they shouldn't be forced to be a part of this if that's not what they want to do.
The Wisconsin showdown is the fiercest battle in a nationwide power struggle, as other recently elected Republican governors also confront their public sector workers. In Ohio, where the governor has even antagonized police and firefighter unions, which had backed his election, he wants to take away their collective bargaining rights too. And in New Jersey, Republican Chris Christie and public school teachers are at each other's throats over pensions and health care benefit. But the unions face a challenge in the court of public opinion too. Amid America's economic reverses, the unions' favorability ratings are at an historic low, with one recent poll showing them less popular than corporations. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker will be back on nationwide TV on Monday to explain why he's trying to cut the salaries and benefits of state workers and end their collective bargaining rights. There will be a show of support for him outside the state capitol. But these people occupying the Capitol building late on Sunday evening will be back with reinforcements on Monday, determined that the governor knows they don't want him to succeed. John Terrett, AlJazeera, Madison, Wisconsin.
In China, the severe drought has forced the government to look for alternative ways in search of water. And they're turning to the ground, digging deeper for the much-needed resource. But as Melissa Chan reports, they may create an even bigger problem.
Rows and rows of young wheat crop, tufts amidst the dry brown land. They say it's the worst drought Shandong province has seen in 200 years. China's in a crisis, but this is one for the world to watch as well.
Food security in China affects food security globally, simply because of China's population. So if our production's cut and we begin importing food, that would raise the cost of food globally.
Officials have come up with the slogan, "Fight the drought, dig the well." At this site, they've been working for about a week now, and the plan is to dig 60 meters deep into the ground.
Pulling up groundwater to irrigate the fields. It's a strategy officials have deployed time and again. But by tackling one problem, they've created another. Groundwater in China is fast disappearing, with workers boring deeper and deeper every year. Depressions dot the North China Plain here, where the earth floor sinks into former water cavities. Combined with the fact much of the water in the country is polluted, that leaves very little fresh water for farmers to use and people to drink. Farmer Kong Ling-he did not wait for the government to step in, but in desperation dug his own well to save his wheat crop.
In the beginning, I could pull water up every 2 days. Then, every 15. There's less and less.
After this, there is nothing else. When water tables fall, springs dry up, rivers stop flowing, and lakes disappear. The well-intentioned efforts here will actually dig China into a deeper hole. Melissa Chan, AlJazeera, Shandong Province, China.
A year after Haiti cancelled its carnival celebrations due to a devastating earthquake, the festivities are to return. The city of Jacmel in particular will come to life with vibrant dances, music and artistic displays. Lucia Newman encountered some interesting characters preparing for the festival in the city.
Here in Jacmel, which is home to Haiti's most famous carnival, the atmosphere is joyous. This marks one of the most holy periods of the year in this Catholic country. The carnival comes right before the 40-day period of Lent, which is a period of repentance and abstention. the period of abstention or doing without. It's something that is year-round for the majority of the poor people in this country. But this year, Haitians are refusing to give up their most beloved and anticipated cultural event, the carnival. Despite the earthquake, the cholera epidemic, and the political uncertainty now because of next month's presidential elections, the carnival figures are a mixture of pagan, African, and French influence, but also they incorporate Haitian history. For example, these people represent Charles Oscar, a Haitian general who is said to have sold out the country to Americans so they could invade. These people represent the period when Haitians were still slaves. Together is living proof that despite everything that's happened here, Haitians have not lost everything.
Stay with us on Al Jazeera. There's plenty more still ahead. We'll talk about the Libyan uprising and an offer of dialogue by Colonel Gaddafi's son. We'll also hear about hundreds of Turkish workers who fled the troubled city of Benghazi. Stay with us.
We do accept that there was very bad mistakes made in our banking area.
Behind the headlines,
most South Koreans are not interested in reunification.
Is the inside story at this time on Al Jazeera.
The times change. The instruments evolve. The battlegrounds shift.
This is America! Our country!
But the international struggle continues.
He was murdered!
Uncompromising, hard-hitting investigations.
I can't get no justice from no one in Jamaica.
People and power, at this time on Al Jazeera.
Hong Kong, China's special administrative region.
Do you feel Chinese or do you feel Hong Kong?
The Chinese in Hong Kong.
With a unique flavor.
Duck's egg with a fetus inside.
Join 48's team as they learn about the culture and meet the people.
Now that you mentioned karaoke, now I'm really excited.
48, at this time on Al Jazeera.
14 competing teams, 13 different venues, 3 host nations. Cricket is part of the fabric of life here, and this competition is the pinnacle of the one-day game. We'll be bringing you all the action and reaction from India, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. The Cricket World Cup on Al Jazeera.